In the intricate dance of attraction, the subtle signals we give each other often speak louder than words. While overt actions like verbal declarations of love or grand gestures are unmistakable, the quieter, often unnoticed signs are just as significant, if not more so. These nonverbal cues are the unspoken messages that reveal our feelings and intentions, and they can provide a window into someone's true emotions. When it comes to attraction, many people struggle with articulating their feelings or might shy away from making the first move. However, these feelings tend to manifest in their actions, body language, and subtle changes in behavior. The attraction process is far from one-dimensional. It's a blend of emotional, physical, and psychological elements. People communicate their interest and feelings in ways that are often unconscious. Sometimes, they don't even realize that their behaviors are sending a clear message to someone they are interested in. These small, subtle actions, whether it's the way someone looks at you, how they make an effort to spend time with you, or even the tone of their voice, are indicators that they're more than just casually interested. These seemingly insignificant gestures add up over time, painting a picture of someone who is quietly, but surely, attracted to you. The beauty of these signals lies in their subtlety. They are not loud or obvious, and they don't demand attention. Yet, they are often the most genuine expressions of attraction because they come from a place of natural human instinct rather than deliberate planning. For example, when someone mirrors your movements, they may not even realize they are doing it. This subconscious behavior is a form of connection, signaling that they feel comfortable with you and that their bond with you is growing. Similarly, a person's tone of voice often changes when they are speaking to someone they are attracted to. They become warmer, softer, and more engaged. These slight shifts in how we behave can sometimes reveal our deepest emotions and desires. Even in written communication, the subtle cues of attraction can appear. In today's world, where texting and messaging are integral parts of our interactions, the way someone texts, how often they initiate conversations, the content of their messages, and the effort they put into crafting their words can offer important insights. The time spent in crafting thoughtful, personal messages or the frequency with which they reach out can all be strong indicators of a growing emotional interest. Perhaps most telling are the moments when someone goes out of their way to ensure your comfort and happiness. This protective instinct often emerges when there is a deeper connection at play. A person who is genuinely attracted to you will often make an effort to protect you, not just physically but emotionally as well. This instinct can manifest in the way they stand closer to you in a crowd, the small touches that linger a little too long, or their ability to read your moods and respond accordingly. These protective gestures are clear signs that they care about your well-being and want to keep you safe from harm, whether it's physical or emotional. Ultimately, these subtle signs of attraction reveal a deeper layer of connection that goes beyond just physical attraction. They demonstrate emotional investment, vulnerability, and a desire to form a lasting bond. While words and grand gestures are important in any relationship, it's often the small, quiet moments that hold the most meaning. By understanding and recognizing these subtle signals, you can gain a better understanding of someone's true feelings and intentions, helping to navigate the complex world of attraction with greater insight and clarity. 1. The subtle glances he gives you that speak volumes. One of the most significant ways someone expresses attraction without words is through eye contact. In a relationship or potential romantic connection, subtle glances can speak louder than words. If you notice that he often looks at you from across the room or when you're talking, this is a clear sign he's attracted to you. Eye contact is not just a casual glance. It can indicate interest, curiosity, and admiration. When someone looks at you intently, it's a way of silently engaging and connecting with you, often without even realizing they are doing it. These glances are typically more prolonged than usual and may be accompanied by a slight smile or a gaze that lingers longer than necessary. If his glances often meet yours, it's a sign that he feels comfortable enough with you to hold eye contact, which is a significant level of connection. These glances can become more frequent when you're having a conversation, indicating he's not only focused on what you're saying but is also deeply interested in you as a person. Eye contact can also be a form of nonverbal communication that says, "I'm paying attention to you," and when it's done consistently, it's a definite sign of attraction. 2. How he mirrors your movements without realizing it. Mirroring is a psychological phenomenon where a person subconsciously imitates the behavior, gestures, or movements of someone they feel drawn to. This is a strong sign of attraction, as mirroring reflects the bond and connection between two people. If he starts to mirror your posture, movements, or gestures, it's not just coincidence. It's his way of showing that he's comfortable and interested in you. Mirroring is often automatic. When people are drawn to each other, they tend to mimic each other's behavior to establish rapport and increase feelings of connection. For example, if you cross your arms, you might notice him doing the same shortly after, or if you laugh or lean forward in excitement, he might do the same. These actions, while subtle, are his way of signaling that he feels a sense of alignment with you. Mirroring can be a sign that he feels emotionally connected to you, and it's often a behavior that's more prevalent when someone is attracted to another person. The more often this mirroring happens, the more likely it is that he's attracted to you, even if he hasn't explicitly said so. 3. The way he always finds excuses to be near you. Another subtle sign that someone is attracted to you is when they consistently find reasons to be in your proximity. It's a natural instinct to want to be close to someone you are interested in, and if he keeps finding ways to be near you, whether it's in a social setting or in the workplace, it's a clear indication of attraction. This behavior often occurs unconsciously because when someone is drawn to another person, they will often position themselves close to them or go out of their way to spend time with them. He may find reasons to hang out with you during breaks, sit next to you during group activities, or even volunteer for tasks that involve you. These actions show that he values your presence and wants to be around you as much as possible. This desire to be near you is his way of silently communicating his attraction. Even though he may not overtly express his feelings, his actions of seeking proximity reveal how he feels about you on a deeper level. 4. The increase in his effort to impress you. When a guy is attracted to someone, he tends to put extra effort into impressing them. This may manifest through his appearance, actions, or even the way he communicates. If you notice that he's making an extra effort to look good when he knows you'll be around, or if he is dressing more carefully than usual, it's a sign that he's thinking about how you perceive him. He wants to make a positive impression and show you that he's worthy of your attention. In addition to his appearance, he may go out of his way to perform thoughtful gestures, such as helping you with something or offering support when needed. He might also be more vocal in showing his skills or abilities, attempting to display how competent or capable he is. These efforts are a way for him to subtly communicate that he's interested in impressing you. His intention is to stand out in your eyes and show you that he has qualities worth admiring. If you notice him making consistent efforts to impress you, it's a strong indication that he's attracted to you and wants to get your attention. 5. The small touches that aren't just friendly. Physical touch is a powerful form of nonverbal communication, and it often reveals a lot about someone's feelings. If he's attracted to you, you may notice small, seemingly innocent touches that are more frequent than what's typical for friends. These touches might include a light touch on your arm when he's laughing, brushing against you casually, or even an arm around your shoulder during a group photo. While these touches may appear innocent on the surface, they can indicate a deeper level of attraction. What makes these touches significant is the context in which they occur. They aren't just friendly or necessary for interaction. They are deliberate and often done to establish a more intimate connection. These small touches are his way of expressing interest in a subtle, non-intrusive manner. If these touches happen regularly and seem to linger a bit longer than they would in a platonic relationship, it's a clear indication that his feelings for you may be more than just friendly. Physical touch is a way of testing the waters to see if you're comfortable with his closeness, and if he continues this behavior, it's likely because he's attracted to you. 6. His attention to your needs when no one else does. One of the most telling signs of attraction is when someone goes out of their way to address your needs, even when others around you might not notice or care. If he consistently pays attention to the little things that matter to you, whether it's remembering something you mentioned in passing or offering help when you need it most, it shows that he's not just interested in being around you, but he also values your happiness and well-being. This attention to detail reflects his genuine interest in you as a person, not just on a superficial level. For example, If you're feeling under the weather and he notices without you having to say anything, he might offer to bring you something or check in on you regularly. These small gestures demonstrate that he's attentive to your needs, even when they are not explicitly communicated. This kind of care and attention is not something that most people offer unless they are deeply invested in the person they're trying to impress. His actions speak volumes about his attraction to you, and over time, you'll notice these thoughtful acts becoming more frequent, which further emphasizes the emotional connection he's trying to build. Moreover, these efforts often go beyond just physical or material needs. His attentiveness might also extend to your emotional needs, whether that means checking in on how you're feeling after a stressful day or simply providing support during difficult times. By showing up for you when it matters most, he's quietly communicating his desire to be there for you, not just in good times, but when you need him the most. This type of attention is a powerful sign that he's genuinely attracted to you and sees your happiness as a priority in his life. 7. The way he compliments you without overdoing it. Compliments are a common way for someone to express their attraction, but when a person is genuinely interested in someone, their compliments are usually subtle and thoughtful, rather than exaggerated or over the top. If you notice that he consistently compliments you in a way that feels personal and meaningful, this is a significant indicator of his attraction. Rather than simply saying, "You look beautiful," he might make specific comments about the things he admires about you, whether it's your sense of humor, the way you think, or the kindness you show to others. These compliments reflect that he is paying close attention to you and that he appreciates aspects of who you are beyond just your appearance. The key here is the authenticity of the compliments. If his compliments feel genuine and sincere, rather than flippant or shallow, it suggests that he's taking the time to notice and appreciate the qualities that make you unique. Complimenting you on things that go beyond your looks, such as your intelligence, your creativity, or your work ethic, reveals a deeper level of attraction. It shows that he is not just interested in physical appearance, but is drawn to who you are as a person. These types of compliments are often delivered with care and thoughtfulness, ensuring that they don't come across as insincere or forced. Furthermore, the frequency of the compliments can indicate the strength of his feelings. If he compliments you regularly, especially on things you might not have even noticed about yourself, it signals that he is paying close attention to you. Over time, this pattern of subtle yet consistent compliments will reinforce the idea that his attraction to you is sincere and long-term. 8. How he engages in deep conversations just with you. Attraction often leads to deeper emotional connections, and one of the most significant ways this manifests is through deep, meaningful conversations. If he frequently seeks out one-on-one moments with you to talk about more profound topics, whether it's discussing your dreams, your fears, or your aspirations, it shows that he values your opinion and is trying to connect with you on a more intimate level. Deep conversations are often an indicator of someone looking to build a meaningful connection rather than just engaging in casual small talk. When someone is attracted to you, they will often want to understand what makes you tick, what your values are, what your passions are, and what your life goals look like. These types of discussions allow him to get to know you on a deeper level and build a more emotional connection. If he's asking about your childhood, your experiences, or your philosophy on life, it's a clear sign that he's interested in who you are beyond surface-level interactions. Moreover, these deep conversations aren't always about heavy or serious topics. Sometimes, they can simply be about sharing personal thoughts or vulnerable feelings that make both people feel seen and heard. If he's opening up to you about his own experiences or struggles, it's likely because he trusts you and feels comfortable sharing with you. This vulnerability can be a sign that is emotionally invested and sees you as someone he wants to build a deeper relationship with. The ability to engage in these meaningful conversations is one of the best ways to gauge if someone is truly attracted to you, as it demonstrates emotional depth and a genuine interest in knowing you as a whole person. 9. The extra time he spends just to hear your voice. Sometimes, attraction can be as simple as wanting to hear someone's voice. If you notice that he consistently makes an effort to talk to you, whether it's over the phone, through messages, or in person, it could be his way of showing he's drawn to you. People tend to gravitate toward those they are interested in, and if he's going out of his way to connect with you regularly, even when it's not necessary, it's a clear sign that he wants to spend time with you. He might call you just to check in, or he might text you for no particular reason other than to keep the conversation going. These actions demonstrate that he enjoys hearing from you and values your company, even in the simplest ways. The effort to engage in frequent conversations isn't limited to just asking about your day. It can also involve sharing things from his own life, asking about your opinions on various topics, or talking about his interests in a way that invites you to participate in the conversation. He might even go out of his way to start a conversation after a long day, or reach out to you during times when others might not. The key here is that he's consistently taking the time to connect with you, and that effort shows that he enjoys your presence and is attracted to you. His desire to stay in touch and hear your voice reflects a deeper emotional connection, signaling that his attraction goes beyond just surface-level interest. 10. The way he remembers details about you that others don't. When someone is attracted to you, they tend to pay extra attention to the little things that make you unique. If he consistently remembers small details about you, like your favorite book, a story you told him months ago, or the specific way you like your coffee, it's a strong indication that he's paying close attention and values you on a deeper level. These details may seem insignificant to others, but to him, they show that he is genuinely invested in getting to know you as a person. This kind of attentiveness is a sign that is paying more attention to you than he might with others, which is often a direct result of attraction. He might surprise you by bringing up something you mentioned casually in a past conversation, or by showing interest in something that you're passionate about. This could be something as simple as remembering your favorite type of music or recalling a small detail from your childhood that you shared with him. The fact that he takes the time to remember these things suggests that he values your individuality and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. It's not just about impressing you with his memory. It's about showing you that he cares enough to notice the small things that make you who you are. This type of attentiveness goes beyond surface-level attraction and indicates a genuine desire to build a deeper connection. 11. The softening of his body language when you're close. Body language plays a critical role in communication, and when someone is attracted to you, their body language will often reflect it, sometimes unconsciously. A noticeable sign of attraction is when a person's body language softens in your presence. If you observe that his posture changes, his gestures become more open, or he seems to relax more when you're near, it's a clear sign he feels comfortable and drawn to you. This softening is a natural response to being around someone who makes him feel at ease and emotionally connected. For instance, he may begin to face you directly, positioning his body towards you in a way that indicates focus and interest. He might lean in when you're speaking, signaling that he's engaged and invested in the conversation. Alternatively, he could unconsciously relax his hands or arms, signaling that he feels secure enough to let his guard down around you. A softening of body language can also manifest as mirroring your movements or subtly adjusting his posture to reflect yours. These subtle cues are signs that he feels a deeper connection with you and is drawn to your presence. Another key sign is the way his facial expressions become more expressive when you're nearby. If he smiles more often, or his eyes light up when he sees you, it's a strong indication that his body language is reflecting his emotional attraction. Softening of body language is not just about physical proximity. It also reflects an emotional closeness that's forming between you. By paying attention to these changes, you can gauge how attracted he is, especially if his behavior becomes noticeably more relaxed and open when you're together. 12. How his tone of voice changes when he talks to you. The tone of voice is a subtle yet powerful indicator of someone's emotional state. When a person is attracted to you, the tone of voice often shifts in ways that can signal interest and affection. If you notice that his tone becomes warmer, softer, or more engaging when he talks to you compared to how he interacts with others, it's a clear sign of attraction. A change in tone, particularly a more relaxed or affectionate quality, can indicate that he's not just talking to you out of politeness but because he genuinely enjoys your company. For example, if he speaks to you with a slower, more measured pace, it could indicate that he's trying to create a more intimate atmosphere. Similarly, if his voice becomes more animated when discussing topics that interest you or when he's telling you a story, it shows that he is emotionally engaged in the conversation. In contrast, when someone is not interested, their tone tends to remain more neutral or detached. But when attraction is present, there's often a distinct shift, whether it's a higher pitch when excited or a smoother, deeper tone when he's trying to connect with you emotionally. Paying attention to the subtle changes in his voice can reveal a lot about how he feels about you. For example, if he's trying to make you feel special, he might add a playful or flirtatious tone when speaking with you. He may also use terms of endearment or express more warmth and care in his speech. These shifts are not always intentional, but they signal a desire to connect and build a deeper relationship with you. 13. The subtle signals he sends through texts and messages. In today's digital age, text messages and other forms of written communication have become one of the most common ways to express attraction. If he's sending you subtle signals through texts, it's a definite sign that he's interested in you. Pay attention to the tone and frequency of his messages. If he texts you often, initiates conversations, and is consistently engaged in your exchanges, it shows that he's thinking about you even when you're not physically together. This consistent communication is a clear indicator of his attraction. Additionally, the way he writes to you can reveal his interest. If his texts are thoughtful, personal, and longer than the usual short replies he might give to others, this shows that he's taking the time to engage with you. He may send you jokes, memes, or links to things he thinks you'll enjoy, as a way to keep the conversation flowing and show that he's paying attention to your interests. His use of emojis, exclamation marks, or even playful language can be another sign that he's trying to show affection without directly saying it. Another subtle signal comes in the form of how much he opens up to you in his texts. If he shares personal stories or details about his life, it shows that he trusts you and wants you to be a part of his world. His willingness to reveal personal aspects of his life through messages indicates that he's emotionally invested in the relationship. The subtlety in the way he communicates can sometimes be more telling than what is directly said, as he uses text to gauge your reactions and show you that he's attracted to you. 14. The way he opens up more around you than anyone else. Emotional openness is a powerful sign of attraction. If he shares more personal details with you than he does with other people, it's a clear indicator that he feels a deeper emotional connection with you. When someone is attracted to you, they often feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable and open up about their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. If you notice that he talks to you about his childhood, his goals, his struggles, or his dreams, it shows that he trusts you and sees you as someone special in his life. This level of openness isn't just about sharing the surface-level details, but about letting you into his inner world. He might talk about his fears, his challenges, or his future plans, giving you a glimpse into his personal life. This kind of emotional sharing is often reserved for people with whom we feel a genuine connection. If he opens up to you in ways he doesn't with others, it's a sign that he values your presence and wants to build a closer bond. Moreover, emotional openness can extend to more vulnerable topics, such as discussing past relationships or personal insecurities. These are not topics most people are comfortable sharing unless they feel a deep sense of trust and attraction. If he's willing to share these sensitive aspects of his life, it shows that he's not only attracted to you, but also sees you as someone who can support him emotionally. This level of vulnerability is an important step in forming a deeper connection, and it's a strong sign that is invested in you on a personal and emotional level. 15. The protective instincts he shows you in public. When someone is attracted to you, their protective instincts may come into play, especially in public situations. These protective behaviors can manifest in subtle ways that show he cares about your well-being. If you notice that he's always looking out for you in crowded spaces, ensuring you're safe or that you're comfortable, it's a clear sign of affection. For example, he might stand closer to you in a busy room, keep an eye on your surroundings, or even take steps to ensure you're not bothered by others. These actions are often unconscious ways of demonstrating care and attraction. His protective instinct can also show up in how he responds to others around you. If he notices someone being rude or disrespectful, he might subtly step in to defend you or offer reassurance. These small acts of protection are a way of signaling that is emotionally invested in your safety and comfort, not just as a friend, but as someone who cares deeply about you. These behaviors are often linked to a desire to look out for someone and ensure they feel valued and respected, especially when you're in situations where you might feel vulnerable. Additionally, he might also subtly try to protect your emotions. If you're going through a difficult time, He may offer words of encouragement or try to shield you from negative influences. These gestures indicate that he is not only attracted to you, but also wants to be a source of emotional security and support in your life. His protective actions, whether physical or emotional, highlight his desire to make sure you feel safe and cherished, both in public and private.